So when's the deadline? I know you all already started,
Hmm.
but when's the deadline for businesses to fill out the census?
So I tease people like, if you need a deadline, Monday, right? Monday is the
Okay.
deadline. But really, our deadline is the 30th of April. So the census will be open and we'll be collecting data through then.
Okay, and I guess a few more questions. Any other any partners you want to shout out that's helping you pull off
Yes.
this
Yeah.
massive feat, I like to call it.
Yeah, so our team is project managing the census, but we are not the only company that's working on this. And what I love is that it's a team of Black-owned businesses here in Birmingham that are lifting this thing into the world. So your friend and mine, Jackie Jones, her team at One Degree Marketing, are doing the marketing work, doing the social media, doing the newsletter, building the website. They did the branding and did it well, the billboards. They are really driving the public face of the project. I mentioned Nathalie Nelson Parker and her team at Civitas Consulting. They are doing the volunteer and the community ambassador engagement and making sure that you get the visual, but then you also get the human touch. And they're going day in, day out on the weekends. They're going to different events. They've got their shirts on, they've got their lanyards. And so you'll see them out in the world. And I'm really grateful to the team that she's assembled for doing that and being that partner for us. The third invisible partner is Tisha Cable's team at C Model. And so they built the platform that the census data is going into. So they are a tech company that's out of Innovation Depot, which is where we're also based. And they've done a great job of building out a custom software tool for this project. And you'll see more from them related to this again. But again, it's all Black-owned businesses in the city of Birmingham that are the lead partners on this project.
So I guess after the deadline, will you kind of produce like a preliminary report or kind of do like a follow-up? What do you envision? I know like collecting the data now, but
Yeah.
what do you envision?
So I should mention, so this is a part of a grant funded by Innovate Alabama. So
Okay.
one of the things that we're delivering as a part of that is a toolkit so that this is not the this is not the one and done. Like we want to be able to do this, right? Because we want to see not just the data this year, but how does that data change over time? And so we'll be putting together a toolkit so that this process can run again. And then also we're delivering lessons learned. This is a full-fledged event. This is a thing. But in our language, it's also a pilot. It's the first time that we've run something like this. So there's going to be lessons learned that we want to make sure in the next iteration of this, that those lessons are learned from through a toolkit. So that's the first point of delivery. In terms of the data, so like I said, it's going to go into C Model, which is an AI-backed platform for analysis and for reporting. And so our deadline for that is June, and that we'll put together our reporting from the data, and then we'll look at what the data says and figure out how do we need to get this data back to the community. We are a research firm, and our goal is first to put the thing together and see what it says. And then from there, it's a conversation of how does this get delivered back? There's a million different ways this could show up, right? It could be industry specific conversation. It could be neighborhood specific conversations. But until we have the data, we don't have that insight yet to say, here's how the reporting back should look. So, but you'll see something after June, because June is our reporting deadline.
Well, I myself speaking, I'm definitely looking forward to the results of it. Like I said, I definitely think that it will start a conversation that's been long overdue, or a continuing conversation about, what does it take for Black-owned businesses to survive, and I like to say, and thrive in in our city.
Yeah,
And there's no better time. A lot of people say, well, this should have been done this. Well, there's no better time than the present, everybody.
right,
So
right.
I think that this is a great time to finally, like you say, nip this thing in the bud, about what would it take, because like I tell people, just somebody being in business for 18 years now, I almost
Oh
say,
my God, that's
is
good.
that I always call being in business a journey, not a destination. So
Yeah,
it's a continued journey. So
yeah,
any
it is.
final thoughts you want to say before we wrap up, Anna?
Just a preemptive thank you to the business owners. And I'll say this, I keep saying this. If your best friend thinks you have a business, if your mama thinks you have a business, you have a business and you should take the census. But I do want you to know that you have our team's gratitude for taking the time to lean into it. I know that sharing answering the questions that we're asking isn't necessarily to everybody's comfort. I get that. And so that's why we've done this design of the program the way that we have. But we can only do so much. You have to decide that you want to participate. You have to decide that this matters. You have to decide that this is the right time and that you want to trust us with your information. And I don't take it lightly that someone's going to go into all of our interactions and then say yes. So a preemptive thank you from us and our team. We are grateful to you for believing in our work, believing in our efforts, and believing in our recommendation that this will mean good for you and this will mean good for the city of Birmingham if we take part in this. So I'm grateful, especially in this climate, especially in this era. There's a lot of decisions that we have to make about our businesses. And so for you to make room for this, it's a joy and a gift.
And I will say this too: if you ain't got time to fill it out, they'll come to you. So you get busy, and you, like you said, you're gonna see them out. And at the time of this taping, it's getting a little bit warmer because everybody know in Alabama the weather is like a coin flip.
Yeah.
So, but the coin flip today is it's warm this week.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you all will probably see them out and about, and I'll be communicating as well where they'll be at and different things and just updates about the census. So
Do you know what's happening in Birmingham? Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today on Android, iPhone, and iPad for free. Get info on everything you need to know about local news, events, businesses, restaurants, and more. Visit our website, what'shappeningbham.com, or follow us on social media at happeningbham for more information. Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today, your source for everything Birmingham.